Hi fellow makeup fiends, today I'm going to talk to you about a palette that was sent to me by Beauty Chamber. As you know, I've worked with beautychamber.co.uk before. The lovely Kerry wanted to work with me again. They thought I did a really good review the last time, so I was sent another palette to review. And I am actually going to use this as part of my Valentines series, so you're going to see a look created with this palette coming up in the next week. So what I wanted to do was I want to review it first. I'm going to give you the links to their pages down in the information bar below. Please check them out because it's a fantastic site that I use regularly to purchase makeup and I love it. The products arrive quickly, they're well packaged, and I never have a problem with their site at all or their customer service, so I think they're fantastic. I give them a huge thumbs up, and they do get a lot of unusual things you might not see elsewhere. So you will see things like Neve Cosmetics on there, which is a brand that is not quite so easy to get a hold of, and they do have quite a lot of unusual things, and they do have a large range of things going from accessories to makeup to sprays and all sorts of things and everything in between. So please do check out their site and see what you think. So they have sent me another palette from Neve Cosmetics. They did actually ask me what I wanted to review, and I did want to take a look at the Neve Cosmetics eyeshadows because they did send me the Blushissimi palette, which I absolutely love. I have a review on this and I will also link the review to this blush palette below. You can see from the grubbiness inside the palette, I used this absolutely loads and I used it in this look today. I think it's a beautiful palette and I'd highly recommend it. But this is the new Makeup Delight palette. And I was excited to try their eyeshadows. I think they're a great brand. And it just comes in a plastic palette. It's quite sturdy. And then on the back it says it's the Makeup Delight palette, and then it has the names of the colours. Now the names are Italian, some of them are, so bear with me. Now the palette itself does not have a mirror in the lid, but that's not a problem. You could stick a little one in there yourself if you want. So there's no mirror in the lid of this product, but I don't actually use the mirrors in the lids of palettes. I use other mirrors, so it doesn't really bother me. And these are the colours. They're very large in size. They're a really good size shadow. I'll run this across for you and then I'll go through the colours and we'll do some swatches of. As you can see, it's a really good representation, and that's why I picked this one, because I want to do a dramatic look for Valentine's, but I also want to do a very natural sort of look. This is another look that I've done for Valentine's today, which is a sort of girly sort of pop of pink, and you will see next week there will be a couple of different tutorials for different looks for Valentine's, which I hope you'll enjoy. But that's what the palette looks like. It's really beautiful. I love it. Really good. They're all shimmery shades, but there's a real good mix of colours in here. So I'm going to put on my glasses and let's get started. This one says it's called Taco 12, which is this beautiful brown. And as you can see from the swatch up here, it does come out as quite a bronzy sort of brown. It's really beautiful. I mean, these shadows are insanely pigmented, they're great. So that one's a very sort of teddy bear, deep chocolate brown colour that does have some shimmer to it. It's a really pretty colour. And then going across, the next one is called Pacifico, which I assume is just Pacific, which is a beautiful sort of peacock sort of green. It's really unusual, this colour. It actually has quite a bit of chunky sort of glitterness to it. So this one's a very deep forest sort of green. Really, really beautiful colour. It does have a lot of shimmer to it, and I can't wait to wear this with the blue in the palette because I think that they will complement each other really well. It's just really, really pretty. What I like about it is a dark green, but because it's got that layer of shimmer on top, it just brightens it up somewhat and it just looks really, really pretty. Next, going across, you do have Casa Delight, which is this stunning purple colour. It's really, really bright colour. What I will say about this one is this one was a little bit patchy when I first swatched it, so it did take 2 swatches to get a decent level of colour of the swatch, but it is a very vibrant violet purple colour. So if you really like vibrant violet colours, then you'll really enjoy that one. The next colour going across is Texas, which is this lovely colour here. So this brown is quite similar to the first one, it's just a little bit lighter, and whereas the first one has a little bit of a bronze shimmer to it, this just has a very sort of light shimmer to it. So this one is probably one of the least shimmery ones out of the palette, but it is a very beautiful sort of chestnut brown colour. Then the last one on this row is Biker Chic, or Chic, Biker Chic, I think it's meant to be Biker Chic. and this is just a very beautiful charcoal grey. Again, this one doesn't have as much shimmer as something like the green does, but it is a very nice intense sort of charcoal grey, very smoke sort of coloured grey. It's really, really nice if you really wanted to do quite an intense smoky grey eye. I think it would look just really quite dramatic. Coming across the bottom, we've got Jet Lag. Jet Lag comes across as a very peachy sort of colour, but once you put it on, it actually swatches, like if you look at it there, it looks like it's going to be quite a peach, but it actually swatches into a deeper copper sort of colour. It's really nice. I actually really love this colour and I can't wait to wear this on the eye. I just think that it's a very pretty colour. It does have some shimmer to it, but it hasn't got any glitter, so it's just a very shimmery sort of copper, but it's actually a very rich and deeply pigmented colour, so I think that this across the lid will just look really dramatic. The next colour is called It's a Boy, which is this bright sort of ocean blue colour. So this is very much a sapphire sort of blue. It has some shimmer to it, but again, it doesn't have a lot of shimmer to it and it doesn't have any glitter particles. So this is a mild shimmer sort of sapphire colour. It's very intense. I think this will look also fantastic on the eye. It's another colour that I can't wait to start playing with. The next colour in the palette is probably my least favourite. It's a funny name. It's called Trina Crea. This one is actually very sort of autumnal. I think it'd be perfect in autumn. It's actually a very deep orange with shimmer to it. It's not a colour that I would choose to wear on my eyes, so that one is probably the least favourite in the palette. I'm not entirely sure about that colour itself. I might try it with other colours, like when I do sort of like a fiery sort of look with reds and yellows, and see what it looks like. But for me, it's not a colour that I would automatically reach for. The next colour is called Route 66, which looks like a champagne sort of colour. It's got some nice shimmer to it. It's actually very pretty. I think it'll look lovely on the inner eye. I think it'll look quite nice across the whole of the lid if you just want to do something quite basic. So I think that Route 66 is actually a very pretty colour. It's a great colour to have in here because it gives you an option to have it as a highlight or an inner eye colour. So I think it's a really beautiful colour, and it's just nice to have a very natural pale colour in here. The last colour is called Monterey, and it's this very beautiful green colour. Now this green is actually a very true grass green sort of colour, and it does have a little bit of shimmer to it, but again, this is one of those ones that has a little less shimmer than some of the others, and it doesn't have any glitter to it. Really, really pretty. I think this is quite an unusual colour. I can't wait to wear that colour and see what I'm going to actually pair it with, because it is quite a nice colour, but because it's a grass green, it's a muted sort of bright green, if that kind of makes sense. So I'm not sure what's going to work well with this colour, but I do think that these two could pair up quite nicely, and I think they have kind of done that in a way. They've paired them up quite nicely. Like these two look beautiful together in a peacock sort of look. So, and these are kind of bronze and copper. Then you've got a bright orange and a bright purple. Then you've got a champagne with a muted sort of brown, and then you've got a grey with a grass green. So I think they are paired quite nicely. So that's what the palette looks like. I think it retails for £24.95 on the site. They do have a couple of other palettes available. They have like a naked one, a pastel colours, and then a very bright colours one. I'm probably going to invest in another couple of these actually, because I think the shadows are lovely. You can also buy an empty one and fill it with the shadows of your choice. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to purchase the empty palette and see what that's like, because they do have the MAC empty palettes and the Urban Decay. So I might take a look at the empty one and see what I like and give you an opinion on what the empty palette is like. It's not super strong, it has some bend to it, so the lid doesn't feel overly strong, but the bottom, it is actually quite heavy. So it does feel like quite a nice sturdy palette, and it is very slimline. So although it is quite sizable this way, it's very slimline, and you certainly do get a lot of shadow for your money. So, well, that is my little review on the Neve Cosmetics Magic Delight palette. I love the pattern on the front, look at it. It's got dresses and butterflies and a plane. And it's pink and shiny, and the packaging is teal. It's a very beautiful palette. It's lovely. I have smudged a lot of colours on it though, but it's lovely. So I can't wait to have a play with that. Definitely watch out next week for a video featuring this. I will put in the title Neve or Magic Delight so that you can know which tutorial is linked to this palette. Also, if you are visiting this video after the 14th of February, you will find the tutorial that I did using this palette linked in the bottom of this video, so you can actually just go straight to that if you like. Again, I have linked the review for the Blushissimi palette in there as well. They are actually the same size. Really nice. I think they'd probably be really nice for makeup artists to put in their kit, because they're good size shadows and they are just beautifully pigmented and blend easily, and they're quite nice and slimline as well. So thank you to Kerry for sending the palette to me to review. I'm really happy to be working with you again. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I kept on coughing. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'm going to love and leave you and see you all soon. Bye! But I don't actually use the palettes. I can't talk today.